Welcome to this session. Today we have Daniel Pardo, who actually is the Senior Manager Software Platform Software Product Manager, including SCIEX OS. And this is why so we are together on this call, because we want to reintroduce SCIEX OS. So then the discussion for today with Dan will be about where we are today on SCIEX OS and where we are going with the software. Right, Dan? Thank you very much to be with us.
Thanks, Ron, for having me, and thank you for allowing me to reintroduce SCIEX OS. As we've been talking about it for a long time, but I think it's time we get really back to where we're coming from, where we're going, and what we intend on delivering for our customers.
Yeah, I like this from where we come and for where we are going, right? So, and it's a kind of line that describes then a full process in the evolution of a software. So thank you very much. Then we will start with some questions. So then the first one is in your own words. So then what does SCIEX OS represent for SCIEX and its customers?
So long short, SCIEX OS represents our investment in the continued success of our customers and their continued endeavors, whether it's groundbreaking research for the next generation of treatments for ailments that trouble the world, or ensuring that the food and water we consume are safe for all. We want to ensure that every user is empowered and enabled to deliver the results they need. Every day we seek to learn new and more effective ways to provide every user of our solutions the ability to go above and beyond in their complex tasks.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting to see how passionate, right? So you are very passionate, and you have been working in the company for 13 years and mainly on this big project that has been SCIEX OS. So then it's very interesting to see this passion combined with cutting edge technology as it is. So then how do you deliver the tools that the customers are asking in some way, so then are asking for, and how you empower the customers?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Ron. And I think something we need to keep in mind is where we came from. You know, at the very beginning of SCIEX OS's journey, many of our customers were very familiar with Analyst and what the Analyst software provided for them, and what that ecosystem did as part of the SCIEX solution. From that understanding, a lot of customers had a very familiar aspect, either with the time they spent with the software or time working within their environment. But one of the things they also recognized was that, just as in any software, we've had to iterate over time and come in with new capabilities and new features, not just for instrumentation, but new quantitation algorithms, new automation, new functionality, as heard from our customers. So with SCIEX OS, we continue to do that, although it's at a more rapid pace, given the rapid rise and capability of technologies. So we aim to regularly provide software releases, including new features, enhancements to existing features, and workflows, while also providing resolutions to customer needs brought to our attention. Now, this sounds like we're constantly making changes to the software and it is unfinished, but this is just the opposite. Simply put, with every new frontier that we explore, there arises an opportunity to build on our existing tools and enable users to do higher quality work with less effort and interaction. Something else to say, though, is that there is no obligation to change. Just as we are all aware, in some organizations and some regulatory standards, there is a desire or requirement to stay on specific versions for any number of reasons, and we support our customers fully in that endeavor. There's never a drive to or a forced change. We want to ensure the highest quality operation, no matter the version that the customer is utilizing. And then lastly, we want to make sure that no matter what version our user is using, no matter what path they're on, no matter what endeavor they're undertaking, that they're provided the compliant, ready solution and tools necessary to execute their analysis.
Thank you. I like it very much when you mentioned that it's in constant evolution. So then no software is static, in fact. So then the process of SCIEX OS has been showing this kind of evolution through the time and through the process for the best of the customers. So then, as you said, because what we want at the end is the best of the performance for the customers with the best software solution. So, and I like when you mentioned this kind of, we are in constant movement because every software needs to be in constant movement, because even the science is in movement in some way, right?
Yeah, and I think that's something that's really important to say, Farhan, is like science doesn't stop. The day science stop is the day that we stop learning, we stop getting better, we stop moving towards a better future. Science is not always about routine analysis. Routine analysis is only part of what we do to deliver for our customers. And we have to be nimble, we have to be agile, and we have to support our customers in those endeavors. For some, it's legacy technologies, but for others, it's making sure that when they're at that cutting edge, they have all of the tools, technologies, and capabilities necessary to deliver on what their end goal is.
Mm-hmm. And also another thing that you were mentioning, it's talking about so getting better with the time, right? So and you are saying really the SCIEX OS is getting better with the time, right?
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely correct. After being in development for over 10 years, SCIEX OS is not only getting better with time, but we've added so much capability to the core strengths that sometimes those core functionalities, what really makes SCIEX OS are missed. So allow me to reintroduce some of those to you.
Yep. Let me share my screen then. So let me see if you can see the presentation. Yeah. So then
Yes,
here
we
we
can.
have.
Yes, thank you. So as you can see here, for some, this will be a familiar place. For others, this may be the first time seeing it, and that's all right. I'd like to call to your attention to some really unique capabilities within SCIEX OS. From moving from left to right on my screen, you'll have batch automation, which is something that many of our customers have striven for and asked for, especially as they've moved into more lean environments or having reduced staff or headcount. So we have automated acquisition features, including a reporting, carryover detection, and other capabilities that we'll get into more detail. We also have method optimization beyond just your traditional standard single compound optimization to include a guided automated compound optimization that will go into greater detail. Within our analytics capabilities, we've also enhanced our review by exception workflows, including new pre-built custom calculations, as well as custom flagging rules. And then finally, for those customers utilizing our latest systems, including the 7500 plus or 8600, we have our metrics tracker technology. This is incredibly powerful as it allows customers to take a deep dive not only into their assay performance, but into each individual instrument performance, having a lens beyond what is just in the PM specification or just what they see in analytics. So if you'll proceed forward for me, Farhan.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, this represents a core functionality that has continued to evolve and just improve over time. This is optimizing compounds for multiple compounds, but going beyond just your traditional MRM parameters to include source parameters with flow injection. This allows you to tune the ion path to include information based on, or be able to tune based on either the mass or the structure, and then to use a loaded autosampler to create your database of results. What's really powerful about this is you're not stuck sitting, writing down, or screen capturing. This is all captured for you and automated to empower you to move very quickly. And then also, if you need to optimize based on a known MRM, you may be transferring a method. You may have a compound that was on one instrument that you're bringing over to another. This really simplifies and enables and makes you more agile for your process. So as we continue on, we'll keep going on the same theme. With the automation continuing, this is our batch automation and enhancements. Now, I spoke earlier about, carryover detection, about automatic reporting, but there's so much more to it. For instance, some customers have very high load samples that need to be adjusted simply because there could be a contaminant, there could risk an overload of a column, or it very well could be that they're in an environment with such fast-paced analysis, they don't have time to stop. They just need to execute. In this instance, customers, if applicable, can utilize a injection-based system that reduces the injection volume so as not to overwhelm their system and to compensate for any behavior within their samples. Now we understand that not every user would utilize this, but it is a powerful capability that our customers have been asking for. We also have multi-level decision trees. While carryover detection is helpful, what do we do next? Are we injecting clearing injections? Are we moving to a different sample? Do we have some kind of cleansing solution we want to inject? Now we're including more agile rules to adapt for our customers' unique perspectives. And then finally, we have automatic reporting. This is especially powerful for labs that must have strict chain of custody or data traceability standards, showing at every step of the way, what does the sample look like? What has changed over time? And this output can be done in any of your own template patterns or in templates that we provide for you as well. Continuing on, we have our review by exception workflow. And this is especially helpful for many of our customers. As we can see, colors speak, numbers, graphs, all of that information is powerful. But at the end of the day, if we have hundreds to thousands of samples going line by line, to review those can be extremely difficult. Now there are more powerful tools than ever to include ways to flag outliers, things that are passing, things that are failing. If there are specific criteria, if there's a specific way of identifying a sample, we've provided tools for our customers to make those visible to themselves. Furthermore, though, we've begun assembling calculation packages for our customers, especially for known standards. This is extremely important because we understand, as powerful as these tools are, they're only as good as the information you have to start using them and to build off of. And this is why we've begun to pre-assemble these calculation packages that are available for customers. Next slide. Now, this is something that truly excites me, which is Metrics Tracker. Metrics Tracker was introduced with the 7500 Plus instrument, but it does do something far above and beyond, which is really very powerful for our customers. And that is, it gives them a viewpoint of their performance, not just based on the PM specifications that their engineer or their own tuning solution may provide, but it'll also give an over time performance view for how the system is behaving, whether that be calibration or tuning performance, any kind of contamination testing that may be set up, but also to include the accuracy around their QCs, understanding the performance around accuracy for retention time, peak intensity, peak area. This information is more powerful than ever for our customers and allows them to maximize the utilization of their instruments.
Okay, and with that, so then we are done for the presentation. I mean, so it has been a very nice reintroduction of SCIEX OS, and you mentioned that the tracker is the one that the feature that you like the most. And for me, I mean, so one thing that it was very relevant in front of the customer, it was talking about calculated columns. So it's something that, especially coming from the pharma industry in some way, and how you can introduce, let's say, different doors into the process. Then just to release a batch as an example. So then how SCIEX OS can help you into this process, it was quite relevant when discussing with the questions. With the customers, sorry. And I was thinking, I was having on mind questions because I need to ask some questions still. So after the presentation. So sometimes the mind is running faster than
It's very true.
Let's ask some questions, Dan. So seeing some of the core tools in SCIEX OS, that SCIEX OS reintroduced, so then, or reintroduced is helpful. So then what about new features for the release? So then which are the new features that the customers will find, I would say, from the next weeks, I would say?
Absolutely. So what we're doing right now is this release, I would give it a emphasis on empowering and enhancing the customers experience. One aspect that we're doing that's new, if you will, in this workflow we'll have a enhancement to our review by exception workflow, including enhanced workflow support for newborn screening allowing our clinical customers to now begin utilizing our systems in that environment. Now, this is to say that we are reintroducing and coming back to provide support for our customers who are doing these tests. And there's more information on this coming soon. Furthermore, we are continuing to expand our workflow support, especially on our Echo Plus and 65 Plus systems, with introducing the ability to support well-based MRM method development. This is for our ultra-high throughput method development customers utilizing Leadscape in conjunction with their Echo systems. Now, I did also remark that, we have automated compound automated compound optimization. And even though this is in the software, it's a core component, we continue to iterate and enhance on it. And we're capturing feedback from our users and customers, one of which is, an ability to import and export databases from one system to another. This is crucial as we go forward, as many of these labs are building these compound libraries, if you will, and they want to make sure that it's a seamless transition throughout the organization. Finally, we're extending our accessory portfolio with the inclusion of external valves to support complex LC workflows. Many of our customers utilize a traditional LC stack. However, we want to also support those customers who have more unique needs or have specific criteria that an external valve will support them with.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next question is, where do you see SCIEX OS going after this next release?
Well, I'm excited about, the enhancements we're driving here. The fact of the matter is SCIEX OS does not stop. It's a train, but not like a freight train, more like your Orient Express. We want to deliver an experience to our users. We want them to see, live, and feel the value and capabilities that we're providing for them. So as SCIEX OS continues to expand, continues to grow, we're also looking to bring our customers along on the journey. Many of our customers have utilized our legacy products for some time and are now moving forward with us. So we want to enable the evolution, if you will, within their lab to expand to new horizons and new technologies. So more than ever, SCIEX is committed to providing our customers the ultimate SCIEX solution to provide them best-in-class performance while also a best-in-class experience. And that experience goes beyond just the look, the feel, the touch of the instrument or the LC. It includes the experience with our service team, our applications team, and our support team, all coming together to bring you along on this journey and empower you with the latest capabilities within SCIEX OS, within our SCIEX hardware, and ensure that your journey is one of success and continued breakthroughs and success in your workflows. And finally, I'm looking forward to be able to introduce even more cutting edge technology as we make our way to ASMS and all the excitement that the rest of 26 has in store.
Yeah. So thank you very much. So then thank you very much for the, thank you very much for the presentation, for the explanation, but also for your passion about the software, Dan. So we'll keep going. So this is just the first one of the talks that you and me will have just when every new release of SCIEX OS is coming, just to inform about what you mentioned. So what's next, which is the evolution, and which is probably the revolution that we are, let's say, taking the hand of the customer and moving into our systems, right? So because, as you say, it's hardware, but it's also software. So and how we move together. So just for the best science. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Thank you, Pardo. See you soon. Bye.